All right, hello, welcome to the weather update. It's like after 11. I do apologize for being late. For several reasons, I went to New Jersey today, so it's one of the reasons why. But it was an absolutely beautifully clear day, and of course, enjoying the pine barrens there. The pines almost seem greener there than on Long Island. I noticed that. Probably just because they're healthier, a healthier ecosystem because they have the fires. New Jersey cares about their pines a lot more than Long Island. But it was a beautiful day, clear skies all around. We'll take a look at the satellite loop, show you. We do have a little bit of cirrus rolling in this evening. More or less clear skies, maybe a few clouds over the island in the morning, and that was it. I mean, we were mostly sunny. This is like I'll have to go a long loop just to show you here. You look at that, clear skies for the most of the day here until some of that cirrus came in. Very, very beautiful day today. But let's talk about the tornadoes that hit New Jersey. 2 tornadoes wound up hitting New Jersey. So here we go. Here's the latest from the oh boy, they have another tornado now. There was a tornado in the vicinity of Seagirt. So there were a bunch of tornadoes. All right, so we have confirmed. Let's start with the one that occurred in Howell Township. All right, let's go to this one here, and you'll see that the National Weather Service has confirmed that there was a tornado in the Howell Township area, and there's going to be, this is just a brief thing, and the survey confirmed that the tornado occurred in this area, and it was separate from the Jackson tornado. So there was a tornado in Jackson as well. So multiple tornadoes touched down in Jersey yesterday. And so far they have confirmed that a tornado touched down in Jackson here. We'll just go look at their Twitter. And then we've also confirmed that the tornado that occurred in Cinnaminson, Delran, and Morristown in Burlington County, New Jersey, was an EF1 tornado. And it was on the ground for 6 miles. 6 miles. Look at that. 6 miles. That's incredible. I mean, that's a long duration for considering this. And then there was a tornado that occurred in Seagirt as well. So we're gonna have more information on these tornadoes here. They're conducting a storm survey now for Seagirt, another tornado that possibly touched down there. So we're dealing with at least 3 or 4 separate tornadoes that touched down in New Jersey yesterday. And I'll tell you, it's incredible. It's incredible. It really is. Let's go to News 12 New Jersey. Obviously, stuff is going to be a little bit out of place here because I'm setting up the weather. So here we go. National Weather Service confirms multiple tornadoes formed in New Jersey, and we'll just play a little bit of this here.
In Howell tonight, some just can't go home right now. News 12 New Jersey's Ali Reed with exclusive reporting on the Ruiz family.
I don't know if Governor Murphy has declared a disaster. He certainly should.
We had no more roof.
The Ruiz family without a home
Oh my
Sunday
God.
morning. The storm's path ripping through parts of Howell.
I was in the top corner room, and that's where I felt like the roof initially came off from that top corner and flew all the way to the back. And all I did was just try to yell their names.
Thankfully, they're all safe this morning. Now turning to crews for help.
Right now, we activated our emergency operations center to take phone calls from the residents that homes were damaged and without power, so we can assist them in getting their power back up and getting their homes assessed for damage.
Majority of damage involved downed trees, wires, and fences in the surrounding area. One home experienced extensive roof damage after debris ripped through the house into the main stairwell area.
Wow.
Power was out for an upwards of 3,300 homes, according to JCP&L, making cleanup even more difficult.
We walked through our backyard last night, and we couldn't see anything. We decided not to go back there. I mean, we have trees down everywhere, fencing. It's a mess back there.
Driving around last night, right as it was ending, was pretty rough. It was raining still pretty good and windy. It was hard to see. I was even out here late last night.
The Monmouth County Office of Emergency Management has been working alongside the Howell
This is
OEM,
incredible.
police, multiple fire
Look at
departments,
this.
and other operating field crews since 7 Saturday evening. The National Weather Service continues to survey towns as a number
That looks
of
like that could be
tornadoes have
EF1,
already been
maybe even
confirmed
EF2.
throughout New Jersey. Details on full ratings will come once surveys are complete.
So we still don't have the full ratings yet. That's part of the reason why. And now they have one in Jackson, too, here.
County schools. We'll get to that. I'm Nick Medanis. But first tonight, parts of Ocean County reeling from businesses to homes. This tornado showed little mercy, as our Naomi Yane reports tonight from Jackson.
It's unbelievable.
And tonight, one of the largest indoor sports domes in the country here at Adventure Crossing deflated, taken down by last night's tornadoes. Take a look at that just behind us there. Also affected nearby Six Flags Great Adventure. The National Weather Service confirming several tornadoes in our area. And tonight, businesses and homeowners continue to pick up the pieces.
The trees came down like daggers, like the branches from the tree in the back. They just came down like daggers on top of the roof.
Lucy Gonzalez describes the moment last night's tornado touched down on her street in Jackson.
If you're watching News 12 New Jersey is like a breath of fresh air compared to our News 12. Like, you're used to like regular people.
Coming down and everything. We were pretty
I had to
frightened.
say that.
Part of Dogwood Drive is still shut down after last night's storm ripped the tree from its roots, tossing it across this street and knocking over telephone poles and wires.
It's been 4 tornadoes.
Chris Crowder also lives on Dogwood Drive, and another tree alongside his house was uprooted.
Everything was just so loud, and the wind literally sounded like a train, just like people say. But it's so much louder than people really expect.
The National Weather Service confirming tornadoes here in Jackson and in nearby Howell, another in Cinnaminson in Burlington County. News 12 New Jersey was in Howell last night shortly after the tornado blew through the neighborhood, knocking out power to people's homes and traffic lights on parts of Route 9.
When we first started getting the notifications about the tornado coming down, about 10 minutes after that, we heard what sounded like a freight train coming through, and I believe it came right across here, right behind you, down Aldrich Road,
freight train sound,
straight out towards 9.
Last night's winds getting up to between 60 and 70 miles per hour, leaving a trail of destruction behind. And we've been talking to people since we've been out here last night. We've been out here a good chunk of today as well. And, you know, the good news is there was no loss of life. There are no injuries reported so far when it comes to the tornadoes that touched down in this area. And that's been the good news. And hopefully it stays that way. Here in Jackson, you know, they've set up a freezer truck for anyone who lost power. If they're looking for a place to keep their perishables, they've got a freezer truck set up over at the Jackson Police Station.
Wow. They don't do that around here when we have things like that. But again, it's New Jersey. They care about people there. I don't know. I'm assuming that the governor is going to declare an emergency. He's probably waiting for the ratings from the Weather Service. But, you know, incredible. Just incredible tornado outbreak last night in New Jersey. You know, and it really is just incredible. So let's look at the weather today. Obviously, it was a lot better today. Let's go to the weather and hazards map here. Oh, and guess what? We have more severe weather again. Tornado watches in Texas, migrating from north central Texas now into East Texas, into Louisiana, northwest Louisiana. It looks like we have a tornado warning in effect as well. Large area of red flag warnings, high wind warnings as well for West Texas, Oklahoma, parts of Colorado and New Mexico, and then to the north, another winter blizzard warning again, winter storm watches, winter storm warnings, you know, just more craziness going on. As far as our neck of the woods, it's quieted down. The only thing that we do have to worry about is temperatures dropping below freezing in areas that have already seen things bloom. That includes frost watches, a frost advisory in much of New Jersey and Nassau County. For parts of New Jersey, freeze warning. Looks like Atlantic County, parts of Burlington County, freeze warning. So let's look at the current conditions outside right now. And temperatures have dropped, considering it was a pretty mild day today. But temperatures have dropped now. So we'll look at the day at Islip. Right now it's 37, dew point is 12, northwest wind at 6, so you got the dry air in place. Mostly clear skies. That sets the stage for some radiational cooling tonight. As far as what the day was like, it looks like we got to around 50 at Islip, so a little bit below normal. That northwest wind, gusty. You can see those dew points fairly low. in the evening there. You could see those dew points pretty low. And again, we had those breezy conditions, especially in the morning there. And we did have some clouds around in the morning, but then after 10 o'clock, it was mostly clear on Long Island. So let's look now at what it was like in New Jersey, where I could see it's already now. West Hampton is 28. Let's see, we got a 30 degrees in Lakehurst, so they're starting to see a little radiational cooling there. Let's see what their day was like. Yeah, it got a little warmer there, 52, but you still had the northwest wind there. It was pretty breezy for most of the day. Let's look at our highs. So our highs, generally, it looks like the Islip got up to 52. This may have been as of last night. I don't know. This may have been as of last night. But yeah, generally 52, 52. So low 50s generally across much of the area. So close to normal. You see some mid 50s in the city, but fairly close to normal. The lows, well, we'll see what's going to happen with that radiational cooling tonight. Obviously, West Hampton got down to 28. We have around 30. So Pine Barrens are probably going to drop into the teens. And everybody else, certain areas, probably could drop into the upper 20s to around 30 tonight. As this dry air, you got the clear skies, the light winds, the dry air, especially in the Pine Barrens, it sets the stage for that radiational cooling to take place. Looking at our storm prediction map, you can see here we've got the enhanced risk now in Texas, and then around it you have a slight risk, and then so we have a day with active weather, and we don't have any reports of tornadoes, but we have 10 reports of wind and 46 reports of hail, and there is that tornado watch in effect. We've got the fire weather issues that are taking place, again, critical in, looks like New Mexico into West Texas and part of Colorado. We'll go to tomorrow's convective outlook because we're going to have more severe risk tomorrow. Just marginal, but you see it is around there as it moves east toward that Mississippi River Valley area. So, pretty crazy stuff. Weather Prediction Center, you can see high pressure is over us. You can see the next storm system moving into the Midwest. And if we look at the radar here, you'll see here all the severe weather going on here. Yeah, and some of these are tornado warned. They have now moved east into East Texas and into Louisiana. And I guess this is going to make its way into Mississippi and parts of Arkansas as well as it moves east. But for us, no precipitation to worry about. It is dry, and we expect things to stay that way as we go through this week. So let's take a look at the models here, and I guess I'm going to start with this week. We'll give you a preview, and then I'll show you more of the longer range stuff. And I also have to cover the we'll do the monthly statistics tomorrow as far as March is concerned, because there's so much to talk about with the tornadoes tonight. So that high moves offshore, and I think I'll do the longer range maybe tomorrow night too as well. That high moves offshore, and you'll see here we have that return flow bringing the warmer air. You'll see, again, we have that kind of ridge set up there, so here comes another big storm. And this could be another potential for more severe weather as we head into Wednesday. Another big storm up into the lakes. And we have a high trying to build in a slow-moving cold front. High builds in for Friday into the weekend, and we'll have fair weather through then. Doesn't look like we're going to see a whole lot of rain this week. So let's take a closer look here. Yeah, I can't go into the look because there's so much to talk about with the tornadoes, and it's too much in one weather update to cover all of it. So let's go to the HRRR model, 0 is the HRRR, and just show you when our next chance of precipitation would be. And again, it's mainly staying to the north. You see that? Nothing really that impressive on here. Nothing really that impressive. We'll show you the dew points and wind flow. Obviously, we have the dry air tonight. Winds go calm. We get that radiational cooling, and then they turn southeasterly. And tomorrow we'll have a southerly flow. So that'll keep a sea breeze over Long Island, but it could warm up inland, especially over New Jersey. And then as we get into Tuesday, you start seeing some more of that moisture come into the picture. But we're still staying with a southerly flow, a south-southwesterly flow. But you do see more of that moisture coming into the picture. So you'll see that's why there will be a slight chance for showers, but nothing really too substantial. Air temperatures tonight, I think a lot of us will get below the freezing mark. And if you're in the Pine Barrens, probably well below that. And then for tomorrow, you see the deal here. Mid-60s for Jersey, maybe even a 70-degree reading, but that sea breeze keeps us fairly cool on Long Island with mid-50s. And then we'll drop back tomorrow night, but probably not as cold as tonight. Probably a little around 40 degrees. And then look at what happens for Tuesday. Now, Tuesday could be quite a warm day. It's showing mid-70s in Jersey, and as far as Long Island, it even has it getting pretty warm despite that south wind. So I'm wondering if there's going to be like a westerly component there. But when I put the wind around, do the wind here, it's south-southwesterly. So that kind of puzzles me a little bit why it's like it's not really showing much of a sea breeze here. It's what I don't understand at this point. So let's go look at the GFS model. So we can go a little further here and show you what's going to happen. We don't have enough of the 0Z model, so I'll just go and use the 18Z model. So this pretty much shows you what's going to happen Tuesday. The warm air moves into the picture. You can see GFS has almost more of a southeasterly flow almost. And then as we get into Wednesday, we have a southerly flow. And you can see that really warm, humid air comes in over Jersey. It almost looks like it's a backdoor front. The cold front comes. Warm air streams up ahead of the cold front. This could be the next chance for rain and possibly thunderstorms. And we have southwesterly winds ahead of that Thursday. That could be the warmest day. Look at these dew points. We're looking at dew points into the 60s. That's really should not be happening in April. And then drier air eventually builds in for Friday. You see northwest winds there, and then Saturday, light winds, and then we eventually see that southerly flow set up as we head towards Sunday. So let's go look at our air temperatures here on the GFS model. Let's go into Tuesday here. GFS also showing very warm conditions despite an onshore flow. 70s, a good bet for a lot of us on Tuesday, it looks like, unless you're right on the South Shore. And then as we get into Wednesday, you can see there's almost like a backdoor cold front that tries to set up here with cooler air over Long Island, probably 50s to around 60. And then if you're in Jersey, you're going to be roasting in the 70s. Who knows? Somebody in Jersey might even see 80 degrees. And then look at what happens Thursday here. We get the warmth again, another day in the 70s. So 3 really warm days in a row it looks like we're going to have this week. And then after this front moves offshore, we will have temperatures back off into the mid-50s, and then, back off mid-50s to around 60. So closer to average as we get toward the weekend, and then it starts to warm up again. So let's look at the skies. I'll start with the GFS. Tomorrow, I mean, we're not really going to have that many clouds. We'll have a few high clouds, but I think we're going to have mostly sunny conditions. Tuesday, it's still showing a good deal of sunshine, though. It'll probably be hazy sunshine. With some high clouds, and then Wednesday it's showing more clouds, and Thursday obviously, and then we have to deal with this front that may get stuck, and we'll have to see if it actually winds up moving far enough south, or we're gonna have to deal with stall front syndrome. This is a ways away, and I'm not gonna even look at a cloud. I shouldn't even show cloud forecast that far in advance because they're highly inaccurate. So here's tomorrow. You see a lot of sunshine, maybe some cirrus, especially later in the afternoon. Tuesday, plenty of sun as well, though there will be some cirrus at times given the air mass. And then Wednesday, you see this backdoor cold front setting up over us. You see that right there, all right? But it's not really showing any rain. Oh, darn it. All right. This is Wednesday. So it is actually showing some rain. So there could be maybe some drizzle with this backdoor cold front. This is the RGEM. We can look at the NAM 12 as well. Which shows a little bit of shower. It's because there's a backdoor cold front. There could be some drizzle around. But as far as Tuesday, it's dry for the most part. The rain stays way to the north of us, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's just going to be dealing with some warmth. So get ready for a little ridiculous warmth here. Lastly, I'll just show you the statistics for islip, the climate statistics for islip for the day. And again, we'll cover the climate sites tomorrow because we got to talk about we're still going to be talking about the tornadoes tomorrow. So the high, 51. The normal high is 53, 2 degrees below normal. The low, however, was 42. Normal value is 37, so that puts us... So we actually wound up being on the average 2 degrees above normal for the day. So, yeah. So, that'll be it for this weather update. We'll have more to talk about tomorrow night. Have a good night.